Welcome back, everyone. As we continue our playthrough as the German Empire on Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, we have a port strike. I thought there was a battle that we ended the last episode with that we would have picked right up with, but when I loaded the save, it isn't showing up. So I don't know if maybe it'll trigger that battle after we fight this one, but we'll find out. But this is one that bodes pretty well for us. We've got the Posen, which is a Rhineland-class battleship with 13-inch guns. So not our biggest guns, but still, between that, our 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, and 5 destroyers, we definitely have a distinct advantage here. So I feel good about our chances. Okay, we're getting into combat. I, for the time being, have put the light cruisers and destroyers on AI control. At some point we'll probably figure out that they're doing that terribly and that we need to take over. But for the time being, I'm just going to worry about my heavy cruisers and my battleship. And we're going to see how the AI does here, because it looks like they're going right in at them, which is exactly what I want them to do in this situation. Start throwing some torpedoes at these guys and then curl off afterwards, and it looks like they're off to a good start with that. There are some torpedoes coming back their way, but I think they'll easily avoid those. He's definitely causing them to... Oh, one of them got hit. One of our light cruisers. Stauffenberg 2 got hit by a torpedo. Oh my gosh. How did they get hit? V58. So much for avoiding torpedoes. Jeez. Probably going to lose that one right off the bat. Or they got hit from behind. It's quite possible that happened. Some of these destroyers aren't. You know what? I end up regretting this every single time, putting my ships on AI control. Alright, looks like his battleship took some torpedo hits. 5 torpedo hits on the battleship. Nicely done, boys. I guess the AI did something okay after all. I'm going to start turning this way. There's another torpedo hit way out there. My goodness, that's fantastic. We might sink his battleship solely on the strength of our torpedoes. That would be incredible. If nothing else, we've severely weakened him. There's a bunch more torpedoes headed his way now. Just got to stay out of the way of them. I guess he's just not seeing the torpedoes fast enough, even though they're coming from a distance, because that one just... Oh, it was a dud! Darn it! I was all excited about that one. He's got a battle cruiser as well. Let's get back up to 20 knots here. Oh, we're taking some hits. Alright, let's get heading in the right direction here. Ah, we sank the heavy cruiser. He took 43 hits. A bunch from the 13-inch guns. We just got to be careful of this destroyer floating around over here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and get my secondaries focused on him. Alright, for goodness sake, can we please get turned back in the right direction here? Ideally, I would have had those secondaries circling him like just like a swarm of piranhas. But the AI got them all screwed up. Alright, let's finish his battleship. There we go. Big hits. Big hits. He's listing big time to starboard. Half the ship's underwater. There he goes. Oh, lovely. 3 torpedoes. Finished him off. Nice. So that battleship really was sunk by our torpedoes. Alright, let's be careful here because this guy's coming right at me. I'm worried he's going to throw some... he doesn't have any torpedoes at the moment, so we're good. He's waiting for those to reload, so we'll just light him up. Bye-bye. Alright, let's go after the battle cruiser. Alright, it's nice to see those secondaries getting in on the action there. Stauffenberg 2, Dresden, and then all those destroyers definitely did their job and did it well. Now this battle cruiser, he's going to have speed on his side, 28.5 knots, but our 13-inch guns ought to be able to deal with that. Got 40% accuracy. I got to turn a little more to get my rear turrets going. They don't quite have the angle yet. Alright, this time we should be able to fire all 10 turrets. Yes. Oh man. Not getting penetration so far. Got 11-inch guns on our heavies. He's running away. He's using his speed to get the heck out of here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna catch him. We'll try for a few more minutes to try and nail him and slow him down. But I think he's gonna get away. Yep. Okay, so 313 crew losses for us. That's mostly on that destroyer and a little bit here and there. Sank 3 ships. Got the battleship, the heavy cruiser, the destroyer. Battle cruiser got away, but that's okay. Again, it's a major victory point win for us, and more importantly, several more Italian ships sunk. So, like I said, within a year or so, we want to be able to bring his navy down to the size of our navy, which will definitely give us a distinct advantage. All right, this is going to be an interesting one. We've got a single battleship with 6 destroyers up against a battleship heavy cruiser, 3 light cruisers, and 3 destroyers. So I feel like he's got a bit of an edge here, but the sheer number of torpedoes that I'll be able to throw at him, if I manage this right, should be really good. Okay, so our first spreads of torpedoes are already going into the water. Oh, somebody got nailed. Was that my battleship? Yeah, my battleship took a hit. I'm going to go at real time for a little while here because we do have a disadvantage to start out. I'm going to hope that we have as much success with our torpedoes this time as we had in the last battle. And we've got a whole bunch of them coming towards this battleship. Looks like he's going to easily miss these ones here. But we've got another spread going. And I'm sending 2 destroyers up this other way. Try and get a different angle on him. Hanover is firing with his 14-inch guns. Alright, let's see if any of these torpedoes are going to have a chance here. I think he's going to avoid every single one of them. And that kind of sucks. Well, we'll get in close with our next round, hopefully. And he'll have a harder time. Meanwhile, we got to hope for the Hanover to land some hits. Interesting, he's firing high explosives rather than armor piercing. Oh, we got a hit on this ship here. Looks like a cruiser. Oh man, that is a massive spread of torpedoes that he just put on that cruiser. Did that cruiser just put in the water? Oh! 4 of them hit. My goodness. Jeez. They all hit right up front, though. Oh, geez. Those torpedoes are coming from my own ships. That's the bad thing about going on either side of him like this. So we run the risk of doing exactly that. Alright. Trying to come in and avoid these now. Avoid my own friendly fire. Alright, I really don't know why we're firing high explosives at the battleship and not armor piercing, so I'm going to go ahead and switch that, because you can see the high explosives, they're just doing partial pen. We landed 7 hits that did very little damage. Alright. We got to cut in and avoid this torpedo. Oh, we landed a hit with one of our torpedoes. There's another hit there. Hanover's just not really that close is the problem here. But let's see now that we're using AP if we have any more success. We're about to launch or fire our first salvo with those. I want to see how they do. Alright, here comes the AP. Let's get some success with this, please. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I have no idea why they were defaulting to high explosives there. Alright, we don't have any torpedoes ready with that lead ship. Oh, we're lighting up the Roma, though. What are we doing now with our guns? I got a torpedo hit, and I guess that's what did it. Torpedoes are seeing some success. I like it. Alright, much as I hate doing it. I want to focus with the Hanover now. Gonna lose that destroyer, that lead one. Oh, there goes the battleship. All it took was a nice little batch of armor-piercing rounds. As soon as we landed those, that was it. Now I'm going to try to get in here with the other ships. I'm not sure what my destroyers are doing. Let's take out this heavy cruiser. I'm flipping my turrets around. Lovely. Once we get all 12 of these things firing on him, it should be lights out. There goes the destroyer that I was expecting to lose. Now I want to get the rest of these guys back in the fight. Let's go ahead and send them up. Why are we running away? Stupid AI, get back in the fight. Let's go. I don't know why I ever choose the AI, because I always regret it. Alright, let's get a big round of 14s going. See if we can finish them off right here. Not too many of those are going to hit, I don't think. Oh, maybe so. My secondaries are firing on the destroyers on the other side. As soon as we sink the Fernando II, or Fernando II, we'll switch over to high explosives and go after these destroyers. Oh, torpedoes. Hello. 3 duds. Wouldn't have done too much from straight on anyway. Oh, yeah, lovely. 11 hits. Just tearing him up. Okay. Wasn't paying attention. Another dud. Beautiful. These light cruisers are running away. I'm trying to come back in with my destroyers to get into the fight with them. I think everybody's running away, actually. We're going to finish off Fernando here in a second. I think this salvo should do it coming up from the 14s. We got 74% chance to hit. Here it comes. Bye-bye. You would not want to see this coming at you as a heavy cruiser. Oh, surprised how many of those overshot, actually, given our accuracy. I think we did it. Yeah, we sank him. All right. Let's go after these other ships. Oh, I got his destroyer with some torpedoes. Oh, lovely. Let's go after that light cruiser. And do the same with our destroyers here. Running out of torpedoes, though. There we go, we got the Roma. Now we're just trying to track down these other ships. Come on, boys. Take them out. We're about to have some torpedoes ready. Put them in the water. And boom, go. There we go. From there, should be hard to miss. Oh, lovely. Oh, hello. On the other hand, I definitely should be able to miss him. There we go. It was not enough to take him out, though. What do we got left? I think just that light cruiser, huh? Just the two light cruisers. Maybe the battleship will do better on AI than my secondaries do. I think these are the only ships we have left. Almost out of torpedoes. Alright, we're just pounding this guy. A lot of my shots aren't working, but the V-25 just took him out. Now the goal is to go after this last light cruiser, the Monarca. I'm going to hold my torpedoes, the few that I have left, until we catch up and get a impossible to miss shot. Alright, it ended up being our battleship that took out that last light cruiser in the end, but again, it's a great victory over the Italians with really the loss of sinking of one destroyer and the damage to another. Hanover is just fine. We sank a battleship, a heavy cruiser, 3 light cruisers. 2 of his destroyers got away, but that's a pretty solid victory. Here's a moment I was waiting on. The invasion of southern France. Interestingly enough, that'll cut him off because we're going right down the middle instead of going after western France first. So 13.5 million people live there. It's got an income of 36 billion, so that's pretty nice. We'll see what this is going to look like. So far, the Italians do not have much of a defense there, so feeling pretty good about that. We do have a battleship, a battlecruiser, 2 heavy cruisers, 3 light cruisers, and 5 destroyers being repaired, which is taking up a lot of our shipyard space at the moment. But Italy's going through the same deal, so I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Taking a look at our active fleet is 86 ships at the moment because of the ones that are being repaired, and we have 35 that are either being built or repaired. Italy's got an active fleet down to just 160 ships. We're already knocked him down to just 6 battleships and 4 battle cruisers. So a lot of his heavy ships are knocked out. What we're going to need to do, though, is once we free up some space, start building some more destroyers and light cruisers to replace the ones we've lost. So looking at the situation in Africa, we are invading 3 separate northern African territories held by the Italians right now. Really looking to dominate. We're also invading over here in the central part of Africa, really putting the press on them. Of course, going after southern France. And now we have the ability to build modern destroyers. So we're going to go ahead and queue those up. So one of the things that you find when you're building these ships is that there's a sweet spot in terms of how much weight speed adds. And for these modern destroyers, I'm finding right now that it's at the difference between 36 and 37 knots. When I go up to 37 knots, it adds 139 tons to my speed, whereas if we go from 36 down to 35, we're only losing 32 tons. So 36 is where we want to be right now as far as that goes. We've still got some weight available to us here. There's a few things I can do. There's still actually some things we need to add, like depth charges. We may actually have to reduce some other things in order to get all of this going. Yeah, we need the sonar station because we're going to need these for anti-submarine warfare. I'm not too worried about rangefinders because I'm not worried about what these 5-inch guns do too much. I do like the idea of being able to lay mines. It adds 100 tons though. And of course mine sweeping, that's going to get us a little too high. So maybe we go to a lower level. Just cuts it in half. You know what? I like being right there. We've got 5 deck torpedo tubes. We've got 3s, 1 and a 2, just to kind of mix it up as usual. A little bit of a 4-weight offset, but not too bad. We actually could offset that by switching things up a little bit. I'm actually going to remove those other torpedo tubes just because when we switch over to 21-inch torpedoes, it's going to add a lot of weight. And I think we'll go with... we can't go increase. That adds too much weight. Yeah, I think we're going to be pretty good right there. I'm going to change the ratio just because I don't want to give my ammunition a reason to explode on me. Here's a battle I've been waiting for. We get to use some of our biggest ships yet. We've got the Heimdall, which is a Nassau-class battleship, 65,000 tons of displacement, 1.8 billion to build. Took over 2 years to build it. 18 inches of armor, 6 times 3, 14-inch guns, along with some 8-inch guns. Jane Lew is a Schwaben-class battleship, very similar in size. Cost actually even more to build. It's got 15-inch guns. Now, we do have some really, really big ones coming, but these are the biggest ones so far. Along with the Kaiser Wilhelm II, the Ed Boys, new light cruiser that we just built, along with some destroyers. Let's go to work. All right, let's take a look at the Jane Lew 2, 15-inch guns. That is a pretty thing right there. I love how once they reload, they raise up. And now we're going to see them fire. Let's go in real time here. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. We got those 8s as well. Let's take a look at the other ships. Here's the Heimdall, 65,000 tons. 18 barrels of 14-inch guns. 14-inch Those are Mark IIIs. We're going to cause such damage, and at a distance too. Look at that. We're 15 kilometers out and already lighting up this ship. This is an old Italian ship. Oh, and they just had a flash fire. I mean, they can barely even see me from there. And they're just getting wrecked. Oh, that is what I'm talking about. It's about time we got these new ships into service. This is where we're going to start to really see the difference. Alright, so he's going to start making a run at me with his screens, which I have my own screens, although a lot of them are off on the other side, so let's go ahead and get them where they can do some good. We're going to start turning away. We don't need to be any closer than this with our battleships. Got a whole big spray of torpedoes going in from the Ed boys in the V-35. He's also got his own coming at me, so let's be careful here. I think we have torpedo avoidance on for everybody, but of course that only applies to the ships later on in the group. The lead ships I have to control myself. Like this. Oh boy. Swing around those. Oh yeah, that was... Oh, we got hit by one of them. Alright. Alright. We're coming real close here. Don't like that. I don't like at all how close he's getting to my battleship. So just light him up. Our 8-inch guns will be firing at him too. There we go. Oh yeah. Lovely. Yeah, that should be enough. Alright, let's go ahead and switch. Start going after the heavy cruiser. Alright, we got a torpedo hit on the Espero. Let's be careful here. There's a torpedo right there. I know I'll regret this, but we're going to go AI on everything but the battleships. I want to focus on what I can do with them. And we need to slow down a little bit so we can get some accuracy. There's another torpedo hit. Lovely. Another destroyer down. Come on, Jane Lou. That light cruiser's done. I'm trying to take out this cruiser here, which looks like it's a heavy cruiser. He's trying to run away. Oh, it's a light cruiser. Giovanni dalle Bandiniere. Look at all the firepower that's coming at him. Oh, most of it missed. Yeah, he is trying to get the heck out of here. I don't blame him. This is just a cleanup operation at this point. So just the Jane Lou 2 alone has caused 67,000 in damage so far in this battle. Heimdall has caused 31,000 in damage. Kaiser Wilhelm II bringing up the rear, and obviously a much smaller ship. Only 1,800 in damage. So you see the difference that it makes when we get these huge battleships going. Meanwhile, I'm trying to chase down some of his secondaries with my destroyers. The ones that are getting away. They're the only ones left. I think everybody else is hiding. There we go. We got one of them. Oh, there are still some ships off that way somewhere. We just can't see them. Wow, there's a heavy cruiser out there. I'm going to send some of my secondaries that way so we can spot him. Okay, so we got the Ed boys doing our scouting work for us here. And I'm gonna turn off the torpedoes because I don't want them firing their torpedoes at this range and not being able to do some damage with them. So let's get in nice and close. Got 3 minutes till we can fire smoke again. Keep my battleships headed this way. Hopefully we can stay alive long enough to do this. Good news is this rear heavy cruiser's just about wiped out. Alright, we're going to do smoke as soon as we possibly can here. Oh, torpedo. Oh, it hit me. Darn it. Alright, let's get a couple torpedoes in the water. Save the rest. Oh, darn it. I meant to target Roberto with those, and I'm targeting the other ship, so I screwed that up. Plus I've been slowed down because of my damage, so we're gonna peel out of here. Let's see if we can finish off Roberto with a torpedo or two. There you go, Ed boys. Do your work. There you go. Nice. Finished them off. Beautiful. Alright, now we need to try and catch up to these other heavy cruisers. I'm not sure if we can, but let's go max speed and see what happens. He's probably too fast for us. We'll try to hit him, though. Well, they got away. That's okay, though. 6,200 in losses. 10 ships sunk. Beautiful, beautiful 19,000 victory points. Alright, another big battle. We're not going to take the time to kind of walk through step by step with this one. You already have seen what these ships can do. So one of them, of course, is missing from this one, and I think it's probably because it took some damage, so it's in for repairs at the moment. But I should be able to handle these guys. So I'll kind of show you the final result, and then we'll wrap this episode up. Alright, so there we go. Another 6 ships sunk. All the destroyers got away for the most part, but we sank a bunch of light cruisers and the Zara, the heavy cruiser. So it's another big defeat on the once proud Italian Navy. And with that, I think we'll go ahead and wrap up this episode. We've really started to put a hurt on them. We've got our 80,000 ton battleships. The first one's going to be rolling off the line here in the next couple of months, so that will definitely make its debut in the next episode. Until then, thanks for watching.